Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You know, whether you got a button box, maybe a Stream Deck, Motorola Razr hooked up to Sim Hub, it doesn't matter. Here at WSIM, we are all about that immersion, no treble. Today on the program, we're going to talk about gadgets. New sim rig gadgets. Take a little look at what our favorite agoraphobe sense of speed can't live without in his rig. So let's cut the yapping and make it happen here at WSIM. Glad to have you back on the program. What's going on, buddy? Oh, you know, man, LIVIN and ready to talk some gadgets. All right, man, let's cut the foreplay and get to it because anxious minds want to know. Why don't you give us a quick rundown of how you chose your parts and why? All right, yeah, man. When I started the rig, I wanted everything simple. Workflow-wise, streamlined, didn't want to tinker a lot, want to spend more time on track. Also don't really like using the keyboard that much. So I bought a Stream Deck and a Stream Deck Mini to handle all my switching. Unlimited pages, unlimited profiles is awesome. I use it for sim, I use it for video editing, I use it for artwork, I use it for everything. Right now I got a profile up that I built for a friend in Chile for iRacing. You know, the homepage is basic, has direction arrows, close out of the game, hit apps, alt tab, all that stuff. Second page is black box controls. It can do everything black box related here. Third page is in-camera car controls and replay. You can bounce back and forth. Next page is his hue lighting setup. Right now I have mine set up testing with mine. We're on daytime right now, which is actually just what I shoot at. If I want to dim the lights down to ambient for driving, go ahead and hit the night. I can sync from here, I can reset it and do everything I need there. Stream Decks are one of the best things I've seen out. They're a little pricey, but at the end I think they're worth it. Yeah, man, I love mine too. I have one next to me here on the show.
What?
Let's move on to the dashboard. Yeah, the dashboard is from Apex Sim Racing. I went with that so I didn't have to build panels between the monitor and the rig. Plus the console doesn't really have room for a button box. I did cover it in Alcantara to blend in better on camera, and then I ordered a Willwood brake bias sticker for, more realism. The standalone USB, it's been flawless after a year of use or so. I also have a set of his eyebrows, but only have the one hooked up right now. I may move it to the top of the monitor and hook up the other one soon. Also went with Apex stuff because the build quality is really nice. Uses custom PCB boards, there's no wires in them, they're just super nice. All right, now we got that firmed up. Let's move on to the displays. What you got going on there? Yeah, all the in-game HUD displays, they bug me. I like to have a lot of data at all times because, who doesn't like data? So the entire setup, it's run by Sim Hub, which is probably my second favorite next to the Stream Deck. Actually, I believe it's the best program out there. You got to have it if you do this stuff. Back to the Streamline theme, how cool is it to run all the displays and base shakers or fans when I get around to installing them? It's just too cool. I run a 5-inch Waveshare AMOLED above the Mini with a lovely dashboard. Once I got that far, the dash and the monitors still felt a little too separated. So I started looking for other things to add and stumbled across the SimPush Race Logic and Loomerang clones. My budget for the parts was pretty tight, but my birthday was coming around. So my wife and my mom hooked me up and pretty grateful for that. I like the aluminum cases and they break up all the black a little bit. The Race Logic buttons work to switch pages, but I use a steering wheel instead so I don't have to reach over and be distracted. Also added a center widget from the lovely dashboard to the Loomerang display while I save up money to get an LMP wheel with a display. Right now I got them solid mounted with little 90-degree brackets. I'd like to design something new to mount those so I can move them. When I'm not driving, they get in the way a little bit when I'm working on videos and anything else. I got a 3D printer recently, so I might come up with something that might make it a little bit more quick change and all that fun stuff. And I think that rounds out all of the gadgets, unless you got anything else for me. As a matter of fact, I do, buddy. Keep it locked here on WSIM. After the break, we're going to talk some more. Does your back get cranky after 10 laps? Do you grunt like an old man when you get out of your rig? Well, limp over to the Sense of Speed channel and watch every minute of its 3-part series on finding your seating position. It has tech, it has ancient secrets. It will also teach you how to unlock your Demon Cobra. but most importantly, it is WSIM approved. Now back to Rig Talk with your host, Late Apex.